we just fucking have to restart the goddamn recording.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
Welcome to the Black History Month extravaganza special.
Fuck, are we seriously deleting everything that we just did?
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Look, it's not like you had any bangers, Lundi.
Oh, fuck you, man. You're a piece of shit and I hate you. I made both of you laugh. Fine. Moving on.
Well, if you're so interested in being the main focus of the show right now, Lundi,
Oh, boy.
it is probably a good thing that I picked the subject that we are covering tonight.
Oh, boy.
Lundi,
Yeah.
do you remember a YouTuber named BillzyBobb?
I do. I do indeed.
Boy.
I do indeed remember
What
I
a
remember
BillzyBobb.
BillzyBobb as well.
What a better way to end Black History Month than to go over one of the greatest Black theological debaters of YouTube lore.
Of our time.
So I have a few videos.
Mhm.
I don't know how we want to.
You can feel free to. Okay. Show me what videos they are, and I will attempt to explain the context if I can.
Well, here's the problem: is like half of them are like an hour and a half long because he doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying
he's
to
a
find.
rambler.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us.
I'm just saying, like, in terms of the title and thumbnail, I might have an idea as to what's going on.
Let's start with let's go to one of his. Hold on, let me go back here. I'm on his main channel. I go all the way back. We're gonna go to a video he did when he was showing his face on camera. Where is it? I saw it here a minute ago.
So, for context, BillzyBobb used to show himself on camera during his very early times on YouTube.
BillzyBobb, he's a couple things. He's black. He's an atheist. He's a deep thinker. But what most people don't remember is that he's also Lundi's rival.
Yes.
Yes, he was. Like I had Brett Keane, Lundi had BillzyBobb.
Matt, do you know the deep lore as to him and his website?
I do not.
I
can't wait to tell you.
Let's watch his Christian challenge video real quick. This is a short one.
Okay.
Okay, here he is. As you can see, he didn't want to completely face talk, so he did the genius maneuver of pulling his hat brim down over his eyes, so you can only see 75% of his face.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that he has a caricature version of himself in a lot of his videos that we will also see later. Okay,
he looks like a race swap version of Andy Capp.
All right, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. How long ago? This is from 12 years ago. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I was watching a Christian atheist debate, and the Christian asked the atheist, where does she get her morals? As according to him, they are God-given. So here's my challenge. Please tell me what happens to a Jesus-accepting Christian that breaks one of your God's moral codes. If you tell me this has never happened, go fuck yourself. What is your God's punishment of a Jesus-accepting Christian?
Yeah.
We're pausing.
If this video was made today, people would think it was
AI. Not only that,
like it doesn't look real.
It doesn't, and one of the main reasons is because the way he talks is he clenches his teeth the entire time that he's talking.
Also, he's got too small of facial hair for how big his mouth is.
Yeah.
Because it just makes his mouth look even bigger.
Yeah.
It just magnifies. It's like, it's like the optical illusion of like the big square and like the little square inside of like the
very
bigger
poor
and
camera
smaller.
that he is using doesn't help either because it kind of like makes him look a little bit too big in the face, just generally speaking. So and also it doesn't track his movements well. It doesn't track his movements very well too.
I'm just
so
gonna
like
go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and pull this.
Pause.
No,
Or
I'm gonna pull this joke out. He looks like Samuel L. Jackson cosplaying as number 5 from Codename Kids Next Door. Was watching this at work. That's all I kept thinking.
It's a shame because he does have a cool voice. I'm not gonna lie.
He has a cool voice, but he has an autistic cadence to it.
Yeah, he's got kind of that iced tea kind of thing going.
I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it a little bit.
I just wish he wasn't like fucking retarded.
Anyway, we only got 20 seconds left on this. So, okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's say fornicates, covets a car, Please tell me what your God is going to do to you all if your morals slip and they are of value or consequence. Video responses or write down in the comments of time. Peace out.
Man, the way he has that fucking hat like pulled over his head, it just makes his head.
I did not expect it to be like a Jamiroquai hat.
Yeah, it makes his head look huge.
I think that's just a regular baseball cap that he's leaning for. It's just
the camera angle makes it look like way taller. Because of the fact that he's like leaning him forward.
It looks like a Dr. Seuss hat.
He looks like a real life homeboy figure.
He looks like fucking Elmer Fudd had fucking black Air Force energy.
So that was one of his earliest videos.
Man, Martin Luther King is not going to be happy when he sees me.
He believed that to be a Christian killer of a question. Yes, what does your God do to a Jesus-accepting Christian who breaks the moral code? And as it turns out, there's like 5 billion denominations, and as such, a fuck ton of different answers. So yeah. Oh, there I am.
We're not going to look at that.
I saw somebody pop up.
Don't look at it yet. Ooh.
I see some other people.
Yeah. There's some familiar faces popping up on this here channel.
Some old friends.
I forget. Did he ever do a video to me?
No.
Oh.
He did reference one of your comments though in a video talking about me and my community or whatever the fuck.
He like OCD obsessed over Lundi and Matt's friend Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Which
former friend. Not that there was any malice in our falling out. It's just we stopped talking
a long time ago.
Yeah,
you should reunite.
Just shit happens. People drift away.
Reunite an epic poem, BillzyBobb, one last time.
Like Christopher Walken in that fucking prank sketch. We just sneak up on him with a fucking tire iron. We pwned him good.
So I thought we could check out
Your Honor, it wasn't a hate crime. I was pwning him.
I thought we could check out his wrong way to do it. Home. Let me see.
Really trying to avoid some shit here that we have already seen, and you are not be able to.
Yeah. You've already shown us the firework factory. To use the Poochie analogy.
You don't get to see the fireworks until later. You have to be a good boy and chill out.
I do want to see what's up with that video with the fat white naked bitch on it.
We'll check it out.
That's the Emperor Has No Clothes video.
You're gonna look at a couple of his animations. As you can see, this is the bottom of the barrel of MTV Liquid Television. It's a fucking disturbing monstrosity from 11 years ago.
He was avant-garde for his time. He was like the OG Meat Canyon.
The original Sci-10 atheist.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody ready?
Throwback, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Which one?
The Sci-10 atheist. Fuck.
Yeah, his videos turned into Ain't it bad I got peckies in me country? I don't know why I made him Australian.
That's
He's a British one.
basically every British atheist who's not named Richard Coughlin.
That pretty much is correct. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna
British
watch this
atheists
video.
really hate Muslims.
And you know what? I guess even though we have had problems with him in the past, Lundi, I also guess Thunderfoot did turn a leaf. It took him a while, but he realized, shit, man, like, these guys are politically dumb and do not fucking want the same things I do.
Well, I think he just ended up aligning with people. So what happened with Thunderfoot was that he was being like, I don't like cringe feminism, and I don't like all this bullshit that people are doing. Stay away from video games and blah blah. And then like that ended up putting him on the same side as a bunch of people who are like on the right, which he didn't like, as he came to find out that was the allies that he was making. Yeah, Brexit rolled around, and he started criticizing it on his channel.
And then also Trump.
Yeah, because as people had forgotten, Thunderfoot is a liberal.
And an actual like scientist who knows like fucking science shit.
So yeah, that surprised a lot of people. And a lot of fans of his that he gained from his anti-feminism stuff were very surprised to learn this information, and were like, I am shocked that Thunderfoot would be against Brexit. I am shocked that a scientific mind like himself, cannot understand how Trump is the best possible answer for the country of the United States. Also, as Goat is showing us, he currently has a lot of videos about how much he does not like Elon Musk.
Yeah,
There's a lot. That's a lot. Has he finally replaced Anita Sarkeesian?
In terms of his obsession, yeah.
Aww.
Seems so. I mean, you couldn't milk the Anita Sarkeesian cow
You
anymore.
say that.
Like,
He was doing it in like 2018, man.
Do people even bring up Anita anymore? Like, I feel like there's like bigger like fucking Keffels and
Ever since Zoe Quinn made that guy kill himself, nobody really cares.
Like, I feel like all the like hardcore anti-feminist people are just like hardcore anti-trans people now.
Yeah, she gets like below 1,000 views. She gets like our numbers now. Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares about her. They haven't for a while either, by the way.
These are from like 3 months ago.
We should do a collab with her if she's got our views. Be like, hey, bitch, you want to come on here?
Combine audiences? Yeah. Our audience would be totally good for Anita.
Debate the 3 craziest fags you never want to meet. The fucking gangster fag. That song was about us, by the way, people.
Yeah, make no mistake.
So let's check out BillzyBobb's If Creatards Win. This video is from 11 years ago. So this is about Obama. This is about Obama being president. And what would happen.
Oh, man. And 2, I really need to see what he was doing right after Trump won.
Let's check this out. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. 3.
We are heavily off topic, but
No, we're on. We're on.
Yeah, we're back on.
All right, fair enough.
3, 2, 1, go.
In 2012, after Obama had let down everyone aware of his existence, the entire Democratic, progressive, free-thinking, and activist communities went into a deep phase of apathy.
Yeah, you did make a video on you, Matt. Look at it.
14 seconds.
Actually, is that not Workhorse?
I don't know. It's supposed to be a liberal.
Yeah.
There's me. Look, from left to right, it's me, Lundi, and Matt.
Nice. Look at to be Theodore Roosevelt. Nice.
You're killing animals.
That's fine.
And you're a racist who started American imperialism.
You know what? I still am highly respected by a lot of people. And that's the only thing that matters after you're dead.
Your mom and wife will die the same week.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm getting some blue-lipped hippie pussy, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Or you're not. You're just holding your big belly and looking at
No,
me.
if the lady's closest
Yeah.
to me, that means she's
Also,
mine.
for some reason, I think Goat has hearts in his eyes as he's looking at me.
Yeah, I want you to kill me.
No, he's looking at the mouse.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Why
Yeah,
would you
hearts in
think
his eyes
love-
either way.
No, they're trying to do like that Disney thing with like the little cutout to kind of make
Well,
you like, oh, the eye is
it don't be
shining.
working. It don't be working.
Yeah, because they put it too high. It looks like a fucking, like you said, a heart.
The
This
hippie
As you
girl
can
looks
see,
like it.
Billzy's main artistic method was to trace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
essentially.
it's clip art, apparently.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt, I just
had better
realized,
hair, I
is
guess.
in the same pose as like the Rob Liefeld drawing of Captain America, where he's got the giant fucking juicy titties.
BillzyBobb, you're not an artist.
Yeah, like
All right, we're gonna get back to it.
He never
14
developed
seconds.
past this point, by the way, ever.
No, God, no.
like
God,
Chris
no. Hey,
Chan.
ain't broke, don't fix it. All right,
Does BillzyBobb also draw big giant straws?
maybe.
I want to
Let's check
drink something out of a Chris Chan straw one day, just to see what it feels like.
it. All right, 3, 2, 14 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Meantime, Perry
Oh, this is
Bachman
Matt.
was the nominated GOP duo.
Good,
Eventually,
there's me and Lundi.
no one showed up to vote for the Democrats, and Perry Bachman got 100% of the votes. In an unprecedented atmosphere of celebration, Perry Bachman called Sarah Palin to join them in the White House. Within a few months, the Republicans had both houses and the presidency. The trifecta of Perry Bachman-Palin
This thing is
decided
so
to
fucking
ban
ugly.
evolution from America. Every mention or
It really
writing of
is.
evolution would be punishable by law. Later,
This
they
looks
would
like it would be
legislate
up on
creationism
Newgrounds
as
in
the
like
main
2002.
Pause again, real quickly.
But at the
56 seconds, go.
I going back to this time to watching videos of people bitching about politics, but it's like, yeah, that's gonna be the worst thing the fucking the right does when they get into fucking power. Not all the shit Donald Trump actually fucking did when he got into power.
Ruining the Supreme Court for eons
Yeah.
to come. Allowing them to literally roll back anything they fucking want.
This is
Get rid
ironic.
of Roe v. Wade. By the way, this looks like a D&D book from like the 80s.
Kind of does, yeah. Wouldn't
should
doubt that he
steal
traced these too.
Take a screenshot of it and use it as a backdrop for your fucking gay D&D
Nah,
thing.
he ain't got a good enough art for me to steal from.
Well, you don't like giant midget Goliath with his tiny arms?
They're more just amazed by the fucking proportions of that fucking dragon.
Yeah, that neck would snap from that head.
And then the
ugly-
body is just like a He-Man body.
Yeah, like he doesn't know how to do like a creature body, so he just like drew, I guess, a regular
Yeah, you're
chest.
right. Now that I look at the fucking unicorn, it's like, that's just a dude. It's just a dude
What-
with a fucked
He
up
traces
horse.
anyway. I don't know why he wouldn't just trace over like an actual unicorn if that's his
Like clip
idea.
art?
Yeah.
Do you think, and I, you know, you two aren't big comic fans. There's this artist called Greg Land. He's famous for he's a tracer, but specifically, he traces a lot of porn,
Yeah.
and not
Well-
in like porn comics, but like he did a run on the Ultimate Fantastic Four, where like literally every female character is in like a porn pose.
Oh man.
What I'm getting at is, I think old Billzybobb here is, you know, traces some questionable material.
I feel like that fire in the original picture is probably going inward, not outward, is what you're meaning.
You're you're calling BillzyBobb a primordial gooner.
Yes.
Okay.
Birthed
56.
from the antediluvian cum pits.
That is a beautiful mural he made of me in the center of the picture. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
shit,
neat.
I just now realized that that's supposed to be a giant. I thought the little guys were just something else. I thought they were just like doing something else.
Oh shit. Okay. 56 seconds. Everybody ready? 57 seconds. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
At this point, there was no one left to oppose them. By 2017, this is the new reality in America.
Good morning, children, and God bless you. Today in our biology class, we will learn how come there's so many different kinds of living things.
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't know he was a
God did
Basics
it.
with Baldy
That's all
fan.
for today, so hurry on home and go pray some.
Hi, Doctor. Are the results out yet?
Mr. Williams, I'm afraid you have a big lumpy thing in one of your lungs.
He's doing the
Is
thing
it
that
serious, Doctor? Will I live?
what was
God
the name of that
knows.
monkey
My
feminist
grandpa
guy?
and my
Lundi?
father had lumpy things in their lungs too, Doctor, and they died young.
Well, then it seems
Lundy.
your family is cursed, Mr. Williams.
I can't hear
God
you
has
over the sound
forsaken
of the
your
fucking
family.
thing.
My apologies. Let me pause on rectangle head.
Mm-hmm.
So what
I
was the name
appreciate
of
that instead of fucking like open sore guy.
what was the name of the feminist monkey guy that was married to Jenny McDermott?
Bewildered Ape.
Yeah. I think he's doing the same animation thing where it's just like a still image or not.
Yeah, he's stretching it.
Yeah, he's just stretching it and like having it move.
He
with, like,
basically put him on like the basic rigs and just is stretching everything.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely horrific, is what it looks like. But yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's hideous.
Also, again, I just love the pre-Trump naivety
Yeah.
of these people. It is like a sweet vintage wine. Just like, yes, the worst thing that will happen if the Republicans win in 2016 is that doctors will forget what fucking cancer is, even though the motherfucking Greeks who believed in goddamn dudes sitting on top of a mountain throwing lightning bolts down, they knew what cancer was. In fact, that's where we get the word from.
This is an educational podcast.
God, I forgot how fucking just not just him, but like a lot of the atheists were of just like, but the Christians were good of evolution.
No,
Hey,
but
Matt.
don't you get it, Matt? It's not that they forgot; it's that they're not allowed to practice real medicine anymore because all biology has been outlawed by the fundy Christians because that's totally what they want to do.
Hey,
Did you
remember
guys-
when they did do this in 2017?
Yeah.
Did you guys know that every rock is an atheist?
Oh God, fucking shut up. Bionic
Whoa,
dance ass
man.
motherfucker.
Whoa, dude. You're
You can
blowing my mind.
You can make a squared circle. What a fucking dumb bitch.
We need to do a bionic dance episode.
That would be
Maybe,
fun
maybe.
at some
Anyway.
point. Is she still around? Does she still do stuff?
She was on
Yes.
Tosh.0 like 4 years ago.
I know, but like recently.
She probably. I think I saw her update her Twitter or something. She
does. I looked this up recently, and just like Amendum, literally the same shit.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that hole in her head has caused her to be in an infinite time loop. I
Yeah.
fucking swear to God.
God, I really want to do that now, because it's like, if we're going to be canceled for anything, it is going to be the bionic dance episode.
She's a lesbian, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We should bring her on and then be like,
Remember all the
do it.
awards me and
Little
Rob
bit.
would do with one another to trick each other into looking at her naked photos?
Yeah. To be fair, it wasn't naked in the traditional sense. It was her in body paint.
Yeah.
Is her
So,
dressed up as Rainbow Dash at some Pride Parade?
And then there was also the one where she was in the the Star Wars X-Wing fighter pilot one.
Yeah.
I thought she was a trans woman.
You guys stopped doing that because like Rob managed to like trick you while you were high and do it, and like legitimately like pissed you off.
It did. I was having a good day, and then I saw her vagina, and I was like, "God damn it!"
This needs to stop.
And then I got revenge on him like a year later because he started smoking pot, and I fucking buzzkilled him, and he was like, "Shit, this is real," and I was like, "Yeah, it's real, you prick. It's not fun, is it?"
All right, we got mid 50. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, go.
And demons grow in you and your kin.
But, Doctor, I remember in the 80s, they told my father this could be an inheritable disposition for lumpy things in our family.
That is nonsense, Mr. Williams. You are referring to a debunked branch of demonic evolution. Do you want me to report you?
No, Doctor, please. I didn't know. I was just...
I suggest an exorcism, 2 prayers in the morning and 1 after lunch, for 40 days.
This is what
Does your
doctors did
insurance
up
cover
until like
exorcism, Mr. Williams?
Darwin.
I don't have insurance, Doctor.
This is actually how we got
What a
the
shame.
COVID vaccine.
Then your soul will perish, child.
Thank
Hello,
God Biden
everyone.
got
I'm
elected
Professor
in
Johnson,
2020
and
and
today
put
we
him
will
into
deal
this.
with the geological
Look, there's Lundi.
properties of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Please open your books to page
Like,
64,
I'm teaching you the
paragraph
Bible
5.
is
Here
actually
you
gay.
read, God did it. That's all for today. Remember, you have until tomorrow to study very hard, and I will test
Did
you
you hear this
on
guy
today's
having a
lesson.
orgasm
Dad, I
for
want
some
to be
reason?
an
That is
astronaut. I want to ride a spaceship to the stars.
You'll only bounce off the firmament where God put the lights of the night sky, silly.
Written by one species.
some random fucking YouTuber no one cares about.
Voice, head animations, video compositing, audio, blah blah. Illustration, animation, festering sores and blood. BillzyBobb. Yeah, I can believe that.
It's so fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
I believe the time has come.
Yeah, especially after that fucking dead. Again, I apologize for that. And I know I'm going to be punished next week.
So BillzyBobb made this channel. This is his backup channel. And it recently went reactive uploading some old videos. And I couldn't help but notice a couple faces.
Oh, I see one of those faces.
See one of those faces. There it is again. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will say that during this particular period of my life, which that says 3 years ago, this is more like 9 years ago.
Oh, these videos are
this is
uploaded.
This is over a decade ago at this point.
Yeah.
When this happened, I there was a bit of cringe to me because I kind of like challenged BillzyBobb's like tough guy personality by like putting on my own airs and being like, "Come at me, Billzy. I'm not fucking scared of you."
Yeah,
So,
he's responding to you in 11 years.
I'm a businessman. I have a
yeah. Nah, I didn't do. I wasn't that bad, but I had evolved past that point.
I'm this close.
You're just doing your video. You just grab like an entire head of cabbage and take a bite out of it like it's an apple. Don't even acknowledge it.
Come at me. I am this close to Columbining my school. Let's fucking go.
So, you've seen the sort of like quote unquote art that BillzyBobb does, and via the thumbnails, you might have seen some of the quote unquote art that he does of myself and Rob and also Theo Warner.
You might need to explain who those people are.
So for the context of this, Theo Warner was the first person to get involved with BillzyBobb of the three of us. Essentially, Billzy made a weird fucking video where he said that Christianity needs to be annihilated, and then Theo said, "What does that mean?" And then Billzy said, "It means what it means."
We're like, that's probably a little too far. For being honest.
Theo Warner, as I understand, is a Catholic. I'm not quite sure what kind of Catholic. But he very much has a very laissez-faire attitude in terms of his theology. You know, pro-gay, pro-trans, all that sort of stuff. So about as liberal as like a Catholic gets, I would say, in terms of like social
bachelor's
beliefs.
degree.
Mm-hmm.
He had master's.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna dox him.
Well-educated fellow, and you know, he was somewhat disturbed by Billzy's video. And Billzy kind of doubled down and said, what I mean when I say annihilate Christianity, I mean annihilate Christians. And then Billzy did a really weird sort of rationalization where he said, when I say I want to annihilate Christians, I don't mean I want to annihilate the person. I mean I want to annihilate the Christianity in the person that makes them a Christian, which was a really weird thing to say and just a very like almost backtracky in many fashions. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't actually explain what his actual beliefs are, what he actually thinks should be the case. A lot of it is just kind of him like making a really dumb fucking like call for killing and then just kind of rewording it in a really dumb way. That was what it was. And then so Theo was like, why do you want to annihilate Christianity? Let's just move past this. Why do you want to do that? And Billzy essentially just started arguing theology with him for a little bit. But Theo isn't really much to humor this. So most of the time Theo was just kind of like asking him like basic questions. Because like Billzy's trying to interpret the Bible. And then Billzy's like, how do you interpret the Bible? What is your method for doing so? And Billzy's like, well, I just read it. And then Theo's like, well, okay, do you think that it's meant to be read that way? And then Billzy's like, yeah. Because Billzy is a biblical literalist. And of course, Theo was
ironically, most atheists are.
Yeah. Now, so Theo just tries to ask him, you know, like, okay, how would you read this particular passage, for instance, literally? And it would be like something which actually can't be taken literally. It's
Is
like
that the one about the faith of a mustard seed?
Yeah, or I don't think he used that particular instance. I did, but you know, he kind of pointing out like there's parts of the Bible that it's actually impossible to take literally because it makes no sense literally. And then BillzyBobb is just like, well, that's just a point in my favor that Christianity is nonsense. Like, no, it means that you don't understand the concept of metaphor, allegory, or fucking, you know, poetry. That's what that means. So Rob argued with him as well. Rob was another person.
Now we actually have. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'll grab the. Oh, it's right here.
Well, that Rob was probably a lot meaner about it than you and Theo.
Yeah. Theo was very nice about it, and Rob was a complete dick to him. And because that's what Rob did. He was at the time he was an atheist. He called himself Cardinal Virtues. And he fucking just ripped into Billzy and just called him a fucking moron. For like essentially an hour. Anymore? What's up?
Is he not an atheist anymore?
I think he still is.
He said at the time, so I didn't know if he had.
I mean, I haven't kept up with him. I don't fucking know.
Well, it's been like a decade since.
Yeah, I don't know. So Rob had an argument with him, called him a fucking dipshit for his like calls for annihilating Christianity.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can skim this a little bit and find a random point to listen in. Maybe the part where.
And here's the fun thing. Billzy starts creating a conspiracy in his mind. And that conspiracy is that Theo, Rob, and I are all friends who know each other, which at the time I was only vaguely like associated with Rob. Because this is like 11, 12 years ago. So this is like during the Skype days, like around the time that I started to meet Rob. And as a result of this, I did get a conversation with Theo once, but that was all that ever wanted to. But in BillzyBobb's mind, Theo is friends with both of us and gives us marching orders on what we're supposed to do, and we do what he tells us to do because we love him and we think he's just like the bee's knees and awesome and cool and all that sort of shit. And we want him to like us. That's the sort of conspiracy that Billzy kind of like builds up in his mind. Which is why a lot of the sort of like clip art that he makes of us has like Theo like either in our thoughts in a thought bubble with like hearts around it, or like in front of us being like our leader, or like us following him around, or us like sucking his dick, as is the case with his website that he ended up making. So yeah.
So he made porn of you, is what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Can we listen to a little bit of Rob versus BillzyBobb here?
Sure.
I just went to a random moment.
Blast for the past.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Was he just a divine being, or was he part of the triune God, or what the hell was he? There have been multiple fights over these things from the beginning of the thing. There was never one actual, quote unquote, actual unified Christianity.
Then you have just say the Christianity doesn't exist. See, so Billzy has a weird belief that if something is not objective, then that means it is fake and not real and like imaginary. Which is fucking weird because there's not really a lot of things that we can call objective, generally speaking. In fact, the directions.
So would Billzy say like nihilism or broadly, I guess, existentialism doesn't exist because you can break it down into various different schools and sub-schools of philosophy?
Yes. And really, you would have to admit that science doesn't exist because science has multiple methodologies to it as well.
So nothing exists then.
Yes.
Because you can break down animals into various groups, such as mammals, and then even further into
there is no
cats,
objective
dogs.
thing that means like animal generally speaking. I mean, we have a basic idea of what it is.
Same with plants,
but you know that
trees,
that's evolving
grass.
and changing. Yeah.
You know what? Real quickly, I want to, since we've been really dumb and our audience's IQ is probably suffering, I want to give a little neat little plant factoid.
Okay.
Plants. No group of plants have gone completely extinct.
I don't know if that's true.
That is true. Look it up.
Like group or individual?
Like, there's been individual plant species that have gone extinct, but like
entire genesis.
There's like at least one representation of like each of like the things.
Okay. That I believe.
Now, this new argument of his that there is no objective Christianity.
Yeah, this is
his cope. This is him coping. So this is a cope of his, because at the time he believed that there was one, and that was the biblical literalist version, and specifically his interpretation of the Bible.
Which, you know what, Goat? We need to one day, and this, you know, pester me about this because I'll help you with this because this is going to revolve a bit of digging. We need to just do a general fucking atheist fucking YouTube like episode.
Like old YouTube atheist.
Just pick a couple of cringe videos from various people and just kind of do a grab bag episode, as it were.
We could feature Lundi in it if he wasn't a cunt and delete all of his videos because he wanted to seem like he was always into D&D only.
To be fair, Lundi also got hit by some strikes as well.
That is not the reason why.
I mean, look, he lost. I know, but he did lose a couple of videos. Certain pig-faced fucking no-tooth fucking glasses wearing fuck.
Honestly speaking, Lundi, in a couple of these video responses, we should be thankful to BillzyBobb because your videos are so...
I think he lost a couple of your Amendum videos to his people as well.
Yeah. Well, one of them, yeah.
Because I lost a couple of my Amendum videos to those fuckers, those hypocrites.
Yeah.
Did you lose anything to Happy Cabby?
No. Because he was dead by the time I was commenting on him.
Yeah, nobody cared. We were kicking a corpse and everybody was like, yeah, that's fine.
Well, a few people were like, this is wrong. You can't do this.
We were like, fuck you. He was a pedophile.
I remember the first time.
You know what? I'll go as far to say Cappy 100% molested a child at some point in his life. You can quote me on this. Me, Matthew. I'm using my full fucking goddamn name to show you how serious I am. You can quote me on this.
I remember my first... Matt, do you remember the celebration stream you did?
Yes.
That was the first time I was ever on your channel, like interacting with you.
It was a good day. Everybody was happy. It was like the
Yeah, I
fucking
told you,
Ewoks at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Everybody was having a good time.
I wrote in chat and told you that you look like autistic Andre the Giant Jr.
But yeah, this new argument of Billzy that he reposted like years and years later is essentially a cope from him, because he did believe that there was an objective Christianity and he believed it was his interpretation specifically, and that's what all of us were like dragging him about. And then later on, he said, "Actually, you were all proving my point because I was doing a 4D chess move and I was trying to prove that Christianity doesn't exist."
So the commentary stuff is new.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a commentary.
This is stuff that he made years later.
That is so sad. Imagine, like,
Matt,
because
this
look,
channel,
I've re-uploaded some of my old content. There's no shame in that, especially, you know, if you're somebody like me, a gypsy king of YouTube, as it were, somebody who has to flee in the night because I piss off people a lot. But like, to go back and be like, jeez, I would fucking kill myself.
Well, we actually have a video. Why is this channel exist? Let me find it here.
That's so fucking sad.
I can explain it to you very, very quickly. He forgot his password.
Is that actually it?
Yeah.
Hang on.
He forgot his password, and now he's re-uploading all of these videos. Well, he re-uploaded all of these videos because he wanted to set the record straight on various arguments that he's had in the past.
Should we listen to a little bit?
This is... I don't know if this is more sad or crazy.
Should we listen to a little bit of Lundi versus BillzyBobb, or should we get to...
Nah, it's a boring debate. I'm not
I want to hear how much Lundy's voice sounds different with the years of abuse.
No.
Okay. So, everybody ready?
Yeah, sure. You fucking sound like you're flying like a cargo plane over the South Pacific.
Oh yeah, he had he had Skep recording it for him because he didn't know how to work Blog TV.
Yeah, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
38-28. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Because, again, I'm telling you, the Bible was written by men. Most Christians agree on this, and the Bible is open to interpretation. Most Christians agree on that.
Note. You, like myself, are probably wondering what the hell the above has to do with anything. Big Lundi informed me that my argument did not disprove the existence
feels
of
like
gods.
an analog
We have already
horror
covered that men
video.
invented the God if men wrote the Bible. We have already covered that the existence of hell cannot be interpreted. Hell exists or it does not.
You know what I like about this Lundi?
Is literal. Big Lundi
He's
has
entered
already
the
conceded
2020s
that if
and
you
he's
take
still
the
using
Bible
the same
literally,
microphone
it
from
doesn't
2012.
That means it is false. Big Lundi seems
That's
to have
fucking
forgotten
brutal.
that he is in the throes of demonstrating that my argument is false. The argument that details all the above facts that Big Lundi has conceded.
No, because, again, I'm telling you, the Bible was written by men.
Oh, listen to how high-pitched you used to be. You were
I
a
mean,
little
Matt,
baby boy.
you say, Matt, we can pull up you and Lundi on stream later and we can hear how that sounds.
Or we could not. God, imagine giving a shit about atheism in 2020. Like, again, like, I was joking about the naivety before fucking Trump, but there's, like, literally no excuse for him to be doing this kind of dog shit now. Like, motherfucker, the world is on fire.
There's another thing to kind of like another fun little delve into Billzy's mind. Billzy had a whole fan fiction about this whole course of events in his mind. Theo is this like mastermind behind Rob and I, who is this like master manipulator as well as a tricky debator and fuck, I can't remember the word for what Socrates called the like crazy the fucking people who were like lying and shit. I don't remember. But Theo was that guy, and Billzy masterfully pwned him in debate. And so as he cried and ran away, he sent his lackeys Rob, the fat pig who enjoys all the sorts of horrible things that lust and greed and gluttony can give you. And Big Lundi, the really stupid guy who doesn't understand shit, to come at him instead. Now, obviously, that narrative doesn't make any fucking sense. If Theo was supposed to be the smartest of all of us and he failed, then why the fuck would he send any of us?
I thought you were gonna say, obviously, this doesn't make any sense.
You know why he did this? I'm willing to bet it's because somebody much dumber than Theo Warner or you or Rob even did this unironically, and his name is the Amazing Atheist when he tagged in Thunderfoot for that debate.
By the way, what do you think of this art?
Yeah. So that's Theo in the middle crying a hissy fit. That's Rob over there with like angry eyebrows put on him because he's a mean old meanie pants. And there's me with like an exaggerated eye and my other eye is closed, not being able to do basic things as a baby because I'm a dumb boy. Brr, oh, get it. That's that, and the reason why is because, and I'm not gonna lie, during this whole like period from I'm gonna say like 2010 to like 2018, I'm gonna say that whole period, I kind of fluctuated in terms of my sort of pseudo-intellectualism, where I would use loads of superfluous fucking giant words in order to say a simple sentence. And I would like try to position myself as an expert on things that I was definitely not a fucking expert on. And so,
well, you were a newly minted like philosophy student, so you know
it kind of comes with the territory. You take philosophy classes, you think you're a fucking genius. But I think that he thought that calling me stupid was like the biggest insult that he could do for me because of the way I presented myself, when really just kind of made me giggle for the most part. And Rob didn't give a shit either that he was being portrayed as an angry, mean guy because
he was.
He is. Really, we were all just kind of like befuddled at why he would bother making a whole bunch of weird art about us. That was the thing that we were confused about. Like, we're not public figures. We're not particularly like influential or anything like that. Like, I think at the time, even I only had like maybe 600 subscribers. So I don't, and like I think Rob was the most popular out of all of us. He had like 2,000 subscribers. So shit.
By the way, I want to point out, in each one of these re-upload videos, he has a Mediafire link that has all the comments from each video that is re-uploaded.
Yeah, he wrote like massive essays, like coping about the whole like process and the debates and the shit like that. But if you just listen to like the raw audio of the debates, it's very clear that he's not having the arguments that he thinks that he is in his head after doing this sort of like retelling of events.
Lundi, can you read the title, please?
BillzyBobb is oh, sorry, hold on. This is BillzyBobb. So, BillzyBobb is demonstrably smarter than Big Lundi. Also, I am the king of atheism. Bow chicka bow down. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot he kept calling himself the king of atheism.
Yes, sir.
It's like nobody calls you that. What are you talking about?
All right, let's listen a little bit to this. Let's go.
Your various YouTube wrist flapper atheist.
Oh, so this isn't BillzyBobb, obviously. This is a guy by the name of Snake Plisskenist. So Snake Plisskenist, who I think has changed his name since then, made a video talking about the conversation that I and BillzyBobb had, where he tried his very best to steelman BillzyBobb, and that is where BillzyBobb got all of his new arguments from, where he was coping.
Let's listen a little bit to these arguments.
Have gotten all up on BillzyBobb and Bionic Dance, and I've defended Bionic Dance a number of times, and I realize it's time to get around to BillzyBobb, and the reason I haven't before is basically, how do I put it? BillzyBobb, he uses what you might call poetic language, metaphorical. It's not really a strong suit of mine. I can understand what he's saying.
This guy seems kind of gay, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Hey, so I don't know how much you want to listen to this, but I do have some lore on him.
Oh, go
Yes,
for it.
please go.
So he called me really drunk one night on Skype.
This is Snake. This is Snake.
Yes.
Okay.
Snake called me really, really drunk one night, and because he started chatting at me on Skype, and you know, it wouldn't be much. We wouldn't do much in terms of back and forth. He was just kind of like, you know, like I think at one point he sent me porn. That was weird. And he called me really drunk, and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Which was funny because at the time, our video exchanges were always like very antagonistic, we'll say. But I did, after making a video, I stopped caring. It's kind of like the way that I work. I don't know what it is. Until I see another video and then I get incensed again. I'm like, I gotta make another video. That's kind of like what my pattern was. So he calls me, I ask him what's going on, and then he just starts fucking rambling at me. Just rambling about all sorts of things. He's like, can you name all the elements on the periodic table? And I'm like, no, I can't. And then he started naming elements, and I just kind of sat there, like seeing if his goal was to just read all of them, and he did. He went through the whole list. He just read it all, and I'm like, congratulations. And he's like, so you don't know how to do that because you're not smart like I am. It was a very funny call. Looking back on it, at the time, you know, I was confused and didn't know what to do. So I'm just sitting there with a very drunk Snake Plisskenist, just fucking spouting random weird shit at me. Now he has rebranded since then, and he may have even deleted his new channel. I'm not sure, because the whole point with his original like Snake Plisskenist account was that he wore an eye patch and then pretended that he really had like a missing eye for no reason. It had nothing to do with any of his content. He just had an eye patch and said, yeah, I'm legit missing an eye. And then people are like, no, you're not. Well, why? Like, what is the point of this? You're not playing. Are you playing a character or not? And he's
You're
like,
telling me this is the proto Boogaloo Bob. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. So people were just confused. Like, he's not playing a character. It's very clear he's not playing a character. He's giving his thoughts sarcastically. That's like all he does. And so what is the point of the Snake Plisskenist character with the eye patch? And then he just says in full seriousness, I'm missing an eye, but we know he's not. So we didn't understand what was going. And then eventually he just abandons it entirely and just goes, yeah, I have an eye. And then he renames his channel. It was very weird. It was a very weird time, you know? We had him, we had that math guy who was arguing in favor of pedophilia. That was weird.
You remember Dendrophiliac?
No.
He was the I think he was Swedish or maybe Scandinavian. He made a video basically defending pedophilia.
Nice.
I think he was also I think he was like a fan of Anders Breivik or something like that also. It's like that social
Integral Math, that was his name. Integral Math. Yeah. He went on to essentially explain that, like, statistically speaking, there's at least some 12-year-olds who can have a healthy sexual relationship with adults. It's very weird. He's a very strange guy. Think his channel's gone now too. Not sure.
It was the guy me and Rob made up the song about being a pedophile.
I don't remember that one.
Fucking children by daylight. Also fucking children by moonlight.
I don't know, dude.
He could never stop fucking children. He is the pedo known as... Fuck, I cannot remember.
Oh, by the way, if you can see the banner here for the argument channel, you notice...
Megamind or...
well, the whole group here. So you got Theo, and then you got one of Theo's friends who is a biblical scholar, like went to school for it and all that sort of shit. Then you got Rob, and then Abby Normal One shows up because Abby posted a comment telling Billzy that maybe he should just chill out. And then Abby is, as you can see, the only one who had some additions placed on her. That being running I don't know if it's supposed to be running mascara or if it's supposed to be like massive bags under her eyes. But he really hated Abby, and Abby did the least out of any of us. That's also going to come up when I talk about his website that he made.
Well, I was going to say, you mentioned the ragtag group of heroes here, but we could just listen to your theme song.
Theo Warner and his gang, the theme song. Oh, Angelic 9 was on there. Interesting.
Let's listen to it. This is 4 minutes long.
Oh my god. Let's not listen to the whole thing. Holy
have you heard
shit.
this before?
No, I have not.
Okay, let's listen to a little bit. 3, 2, 1, go. Is it the Super Bowl show?
Sung to the tune of Don Henley's Dirty Laundry. Oh my god.
Don't you dare tell me to stop.
This is worse than a Little Mars song.
I have to hear what Lundi's verse is. You can fast forward to it, dude.
No.
Please.
No, I'm overriding. We have to listen to all of this.
Oh, fuck.
Can we... Is he on Fiverr? Can we get him to do the theme song for the show?
We should.
He just leaves the background music that says kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down, but then just puts in lie on them when they're up, which does not work.
Oh, hang on. Bubble-headed blonde. It interests her when I lie. She swallows my dirty protein. Oh, you guys are all sucking Theo's dick.
Yeah, we're all, yeah.
Can we film the discussion? I'll mislead you, you can bet. My bitch is hanging in the bathroom, got a running bed. Let him know the boss he's met. We love your dirty protein.
He didn't have a picture of Dr. Master, so he just puts his name up.
How dare you tell me to skip forward on this?
Yeah, fuck you, Lundi.
What the fuck?
Look at little Lundi. Look at little Lundi dancing. Did he have Theo on Snapchat or something? Why is he showing his Bitmoji?
I don't know, dude. He found it somewhere. He stalked us for a short time.
You don't really need to find out what's going on.
Oh, he like add you on Facebook or something?
Kinda like he was. He looked into like all of our emails, I think, which were connected to our Skype accounts, and kind of like tried to find other shit that was like related to that, just like kind of like see us, like who we are, what we're about, what we look like, shit like that, what we do.
I can't believe he didn't back off of you when maybe he never saw you crying about Christopher Hitchens. That should have been like a pheromone.
Yeah.
Oh, this is unfightable territory. This is my brethren. Yeah, he has his hand up your ass.
Acknowledge my dirty protein.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm mad because it doesn't sound like I'm gonna get a verse. Like it's just a generalized thing.
crab is king. Swallow my dirty
Like
protein.
pre-2010s Rucka Rucka Ali.
Wanted to own you with my skin. That's why I return again and again. To be owned and humiliated by the truth. Always miss you.
God, this is so fucking terrible.
It might be the worst song that's ever been made.
Hang on one second. There we go.
Good job.
I want to make sure I can get to it later. My dirty protein.
It's so funny because like his voice is actually like really cool, but like he can't sing for shit. Like what? Come on, man.
It's my dirty protein.
He's got the Eddie Murphy problem.
To be fair, he does fake that voice and do it intentionally. But like if you could do that, if you could change your voice for when you do your videos, then fucking do it when you sing. Like how hard is that?
So Matt,
it got to the point where we all stopped engaging with him entirely because it was becoming clear that he's a crazy person. But he wasn't done with us. And he decided to use us as his caricatures for other arguments that he has in the shower with himself.
You're the sock puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, have you ever seen this video before?
No.
You're going to be very interested to see how your friends sound in this. Let's hear what kind of arguments Lundi was clearly defending back in the early 2010s.
Yeah.
All right.
All voice acted by BillzyBobb. He's a very talented man.
Yep. And let's go ahead and start. 3, 2, 1, go.
A couple days ago, I saw a video debate between Christopher Hitchens and some theist. They took questions from the audience, and a question
is this not the cartoon?
Hitchens something concerning Jesus' golden rule.
No, it is. Here, so
it is. I forgot.
It is. Here's what happens. BillzyBobb watches atheist videos, sees an argument that an atheist makes, and then goes, "Here's how I would answer that. Here's the argument that I
think it would go a little something like this."
yeah, exactly.
You ever notice that white atheists argue the fucking disbelief of God like this? Whereas a black atheist will be like, dooba 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 dooba.
Ever notice white atheists argue against the existence of God like this? When you look at material, interesting things with atoms, particles. Meanwhile, black atheists be like, yo, you let a god look at you in the shower? You gay as fuck. All right. 32 seconds. I think that's long enough. 3, 2, 1, go. There he is.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Ha! Found you, idiot. I'm not hard to find. Well, we've got you now, bastard. Yeah. We have a,
You're the only one they actually tried.
What's it this time? You said
he liked me.
Entire races, God murdering infants and
Clearly.
sending them to hell and torturing them for all eternity is bad. Yeah, so if God is doing this to people, he has a reason. They deserve it. Yeah. Babies deserve to be raped, murdered, and tortured. Everyone is born in sin. But that's not the point, moron. Yeah, not the point.
What's
the point?
Good pause it.
Yes,
I
Matt.
love that Lundi just looks like a Hodor from fucking Game of Thrones.
Did he think that you guys were actually Christians?
Yes. Well,
Probably,
no.
yes.
Okay. Maybe.
Well,
I don't fucking know, dude.
The way that he's framing in this, it's making it like, even with the little cartoon thing, it had Rob being like, "I'm praying to God you die," and shit like that. So I didn't know if he thought you guys were just.
To be fair, Rob would say he would pray to God, even if Again, Rob was not the kindest of individuals, but he was funny in his cruelty, which I admire.
I wish that.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he thought we believed. To be entirely honest, like Rob and I both made it pretty clear that we were also atheists, and we just disagreed with the way that he was arguing against shit. But it didn't matter. It didn't, like, he still used us as like weird fucking puppets to like make straw man Christian arguments. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Matt, you don't know how much I want to cave James Pope's head in for deleting the fucking Stigma Dane Rob debate that they had.
Oh my god. Or the one because that happened multiple times too, where fucking Stigma Dane got fucking maced.
It's the one, yeah, he got maced. He's talking about his mother-in-law. His mother-in-law pepper spraying him, and Rob's going, "My name's Stiggy, and I got beat up by a girl."
And see, that's so fucking bad. He's like, "I'll wring your fucking neck."
Yeah, he said, "I'm from my state. I'm not from some faggot-loving state like yours." And that's when you guys hopped in, clearly to defend the tribe.
We just wanted to watch fucking Rob argue with Stiggy because that was fucking funny shit.
That was a lie. This is a part of the Skype gay agenda.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure I added everybody in that Skype group. Like, Stiggy just got maced. And now he's screaming at both Rob and his mother-in-law that he's going to kill the both of
them. He got maced on call. That is so fucking funny.
Can you tell that story a little bit about Stigma Dane, since we never... You
were there for more of it than I was, Matt.
You can't find anything about him online anymore, I don't think.
Well, I mean, a basic rundown. Stigma Dane was a guy. I mean, he wasn't always Stigma Dane. He was like some wolf guy at some particular point.
He's a Christian YouTuber who would wear a werewolf costume.
Yeah. And not because he's a furry, by the way. He just honestly thought that like a wolf mask made him look like really cool and badass.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with Phantom Line as well.
Yeah.
That guy's a fucking weirdo.
So he had like
do an episode on Phantom Line, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sad that the recording of him and Agent Down isn't around, but I remember the story.
So he had like what was it? Like he had like 60-year-old smoker voice while being, I think, in his late 30s at the time. He
looked like if Lundi gave up hard and just started becoming a clone of Matt.
Kinda, yeah. Though his hair was white.
I'm saying that because long hair and beard, bitch.
It could have just been like he looked like a worse version of fucking dumb old fucking Beluga Well forehead.
By the way, Matt, did you notice that little reference I made just now?
No, it went over my
head. Long hair and beard, bitch.
Fuck
you. So he was a Christian YouTuber, looked kind of weird, had like he had a voice where he's always struggling to fucking say shit. We got him on to...
You know what he looked like? I'm gonna say it. He looked like if War Corpse cosplayed as Jesse Ventura.
He was very aggressive, always threatening to like hurt people. Like it was just kind of like his default mode. So like, you know, good, solid, very Christian moral values. So we got James Pope.
He's also married to a sow named Sabella.
James Pope, a guy that we had associated with at the time, who made some pretty banger vids in his time.
R.I.P. Hate Club.
Yeah, he brought him into a Skype group with a lot of us at the time, and
it was basically proto internet blood sports.
Yeah, we were doing it before it was cool.
Yeah,
40-year-old.
Not like it was ever cool.
men in their late 20s, early 30s in costumes going, actually, you're gay and my God will kill you in the
end.
So then the counter would be like, well, your God's a fucking faggot if he doesn't kill me right now.
It's coming from a blind man in the woods somewhere.
It just takes a little bit of time.
It's so stupid. I love it. I really hate that he took it down.
So yeah, we had a bunch of videos of James Poper kind of like recording us
I
all
get
doing a whole
why
bunch
he
of
took
dumb
it
shit.
down. It's technically, especially with Stig, it's technically like very ableist.
Stig was involved. Stiggy, as we called him. Stiggy.
Please tell the base story.
Huh?
I was gonna say
story. Yeah, but I'm fucking doing it.
I'm sorry.
So
I wasn't at the table.
I wasn't there for like half of that. Matt was there for that whole thing because essentially, as I understand it, Stig and Rob were like yelling at each other in the chat, and then they turned it into a call where Rob was doing his usual thing by just calling Stiggy like all sorts of various different names and just making fun of him and bullying him, and Stiggy was just yelling at him and threatening him and trying to, and telling him he's going to kill him and all those sorts of things. Like it's basically the entirety of what it was.
Which, if you don't know what, and again, we need to stress this with Rob. Rob, when he would do that, is basically the mean picture of the horse that says, "Your struggling only makes my dick harder." Rob is what we in the bully profession refer to as a lockjaw bully, because if you struggle, he is just going to shake you harder.
So yeah, obviously all of the threats and stuff only made him even more aggressive. And at some point during this particular call, Stiggy gets yelled at by, was it his mother-in-law?
I believe so.
I believe it started with
Wasn't it about the air conditioner or something?
Yes, it was about like there was some money that went missing for the air conditioner because I was broken. I'm sorry, I'm talking weird because I just took a hit. But so yeah, there was. I forget if it was Sabella, because Sabella was involved, and I think that's why the mom got involved as well. And so yeah, we just hear them yelling, and then we hear fucking Sig fucking shriek, and we're like, "What was that?" And Sabella comes on, and she's like, sorry guys, Sig is gonna be a while because he got pepper sprayed." And oh boy, we laughed.
We were so Matt lets all of us know in the chat. He's like, "Hey everybody!"
Yeah, I'm like the fucking guy at the start of Mulan with the fucking torch and brazier. Now all of China knows you've been pepper sprayed.
And so we all get on call, and to our shock and amazement, not only does Stiggy take the entire time to like wash the pepper spray out of his eyes, but he also comes back while doing so.
Because Sabella never muted the mic. God bless her fucking piggish heart.
And so he comes back bitching about the pepper spray, still in pain, still trying to like wash it out and shit. And Rob, of course, starts bullying him about that. And because it just happened and it's fresh in Stiggy's very mentally unstable mind, Stiggy just goes even more ape shit and just starts yelling into his microphone. It's like, "I'll fucking wring your fucking neck!" Like he just could not help himself. It was the funniest shit.
And then the mother-in-law got involved, and he was screaming at her. And I think she was going to pepper spray him again, but Sabella talked her down.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I'm thinking when we do the grab bag episode, we can like do categories. So like, this person was just annoying and gay. This person turned out to be a sexual predator.
It's so funny because God Views YouTube actually liked me for like a short period of time. We like talked like privately on Skype. And he was like, "Why are you an atheist? I don't understand."
You know what, dude, I want to do an episode on. I just remember. Sorry, Lundi, to bulldoze you.
Yeah.
I would love to do an episode about Ashes the Raven.
I was gonna say Rand Campbell was fun.
Explaining that whole fucking clusterfuck. Because Lundi, I forget where you were around, but were you one of the people that fucking got some messages during that time?
Which time?
The Ashes, the Raven, Della Winters.
No, I never got catfished. I never got catfished on that point, thankfully. Who was the main woman who was catfished? I forget.
Fuck, I can't remember. It was some like lesbian with a broken brain.
Yeah.
Not Bionic Dance.
Yeah.
I know we referred to her earlier as being a lesbian with a broken brain. This was a different broken brain lesbian. Yeah, Lundi, I told you my thing with it. That's where Della hit on me, and I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Lundi. Anyway, let's not stall any longer. We gotta get back to where are my manners? Lundy's entered cartoon form. We have to go back to it.
Yeah, true.
Matt, are you ready?
Yeah.
Minute 17, 3, 2, 1, go.
With the TW, you know Jesus' golden rule. Do unto others as you would have it done unto you. I've heard of it. So what if there's a person out there that wants to be tortured and murdered? What would you do with them if they were murdering and torturing people?
This is like...
Yes.
Creepy.
What context are you speaking in? That I agree with the golden rule or that I disagree with it? Whichever you like, pal. That's right, clown. Either one. What would you do with him? Yeah, let's you get out of this one. All right.
I like how Lundi is the only one he gives a shit about and trying to do a voice for.
Torturing and murdering people, I'd throw his ass in prison. Just like
I'm telling you, he likes me.
They broke his law and are being punished. You're no better than the Christians you talk about. Yes, you stupid hypocrite. Moron.
Also because Rob's purple, he looks like a California grape.
What? You call that moral? You're an animal.
I think he's supposed to be angry.
Yeah, pure.
He's got that vein pulsing in the side of his head.
How do you figure? The guy's just following your...
You see Lundi drool?
Since these are its orders, and the guy's doing nothing wrong. In fact, if he were to torture and murder you three in turn, you would of course have to accept it.
Lundi, how much do I have to pay you to make that your Discord profile picture?
Not what the golden rule means. Exactly.
I'm probably not gonna do that.
Twisting it up. I know.
He did give you some big kissable lips.
It means that if a person wants evil done to them, and
oh look, this is the part where you guys start shitting your pants because you've been logically proven to be gay.
Evil done to them if the other person does that evil to them, and that the person that does the evil must want that evil done to them. So it's fine if they do the evil only to those that want the evil done to them. So they can't do that evil to someone that does not want it done to them. See? So if they do that evil to someone that doesn't want it, what do you do to that evildoer then, smart guy? Huh? Exactly. Yeah. You three scare me. God damn it. Where are you going? Yeah, you got him now. Well, you two dumbasses.
He tries to own me.
But, wait for me. We had him. Well, why are we leaving?
That's what happened when Lundi tries to step up to a black man.
Yeah, beast ass black man.
A big head in the middle of outer space for some reason. I like you guys are just heads.
Yeah.
You're not.
Well, until you go to his website again.
His website's gone, I'm pretty sure.
It is.
What was his website called?
I don't remember. I think it was Theo Warner and his crew.com or some shit like that. So about 3 years have passed since the time in which we have all engaged with BillzyBobb. I get
somehow he returned.
I get an email from Theo Warner out of nowhere And he says, "Have you seen this?" And provides a link. Now, I haven't spoken to Theo. I'm confused. I see
Do you
the
have a copy of that?
HTML. I don't think so.
Ah,
That's
damn
long
it.
deleted as an email.
Sorry,
So I look at the HTML and it says something like Theo Warner and his crew.com or some shit like that. It was so I thought it was about Theo for a moment. I was like, oh, what's this funny shit? And I click on it. And well, so the website was an all black background that had a number of articles that linked to his commentaries on what he thinks about each of us in the quote unquote Theo Warner crew. Accompanying these essays was illustrations of us performing various homoerotic sex acts on each other, on Theo, except for Abby, who was portrayed as being a drunk who I believe also smoked crack. I'm fairly certain he tried to do that as well, while pissing and shitting herself. Now I asked him, when was this made? And he said, I don't know, sometime recently. And I'm like, is this BillzyBobb? And he says, I think so. He had these massive invectives against all of us. This is where I'm telling you, like, when I say this was what was going on in his mind, that's because that's what he said on his website, what he believed was the case. It was so I'm not making shit up here.
You say he randomly just decided to re-upload these videos. Like, some of these are 3. He comes back like every couple of years and re-uploads something else.
Yeah, it's like he wants to set the record straight every few years. Just like, by the way, I won those debates. It's so fucking weird.
Literally to no one. Look at this.
Yeah, to literally no one.
This video's a year old. He has 3 subscribers, has 6 views. It's almost 2 hours.
This was a video. I can tell you exactly what this video was. This video is him rambling about the debate that I and he had, and then various different comment back and forth. So essentially, on our videos, he would rant and rave in the comment section, and we would respond to him, as well as the people who would be watching us. They would also respond to him. And it would be a variety of different things in terms of the responses that would be given to him. He hated us, hated everybody that was associated with us, believed that we were all in cahoots together. He would challenge us to fights. He would threaten us. He would do all sorts of things. Threaten to dox us even. And, at the time, I didn't give a shit about being doxxed. I'm a nobody on YouTube, and I'm always going to be a nobody on YouTube. So I don't care who the fuck knows where I live. Especially since I live alone. So who are you going to kill? People I love? So I actually even gave him my address at one point. And then he's like, you're so fucking dumb. Which, sure, I guess that might be seen as dumb, but like, I legitimately didn't see him as a threat. Also, nobody watches his shit, so nobody else was going to see. So really, what sort of threat did I open myself up to, I guess? But yeah, after a little while, it was, oh yeah, he called me Mr. Miss.
Yeah.
I forgot that was his nickname for me.
Mr. Miss, because you're a gay.
I don't know if that was the case or if he was trying to say I'm Mr. like misses a lot. Like I miss all of my points.
I guess that should be another acknowledgement of the craziness is that he has literally saved every single comment that you guys have had back and forth for years.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just reading them. He read this a year and a couple months ago.
He's just insane. Like he's a funny like memory for me in a lot of ways.
I've said this before. I hope if I go crazy, I'm not one of these crazies.
One of the boring ones.
Yeah, I want to be screaming. Just an absolute fucking menace. Mostly to myself, but to everybody else as well.
Deep in the bowels of an asylum somewhere.
Yeah. Just a throng of leather forced into my mouth because I'm a biter. I have literally had conversations with heroin junkies that have been more lively than this. This is truly what MLK died for. Happy Black History Month, everyone.
Yeah.
I forgot we were doing Black History.